Hi, and welcome from Queensland, Australia. My name is Sandra Lemming, and I'm just here to do a very short video for you about a little bit of an experience that I've had. Now, last year in 2011, my life was really pretty much stagnant. It was going nowhere. I was like everybody else. I had a job. I wasn't making the money I wanted to make. I had commitments, inflation was going up, things were getting more expensive. However, my wages that I was making from my job, or the money that I was making from my job, just wasn't equating to the money that I needed for just general everyday things. Food, servicing the car, going on a holiday, paying the bills to keep a roof over my head. So I thought, well, I better catch up with the times because I'm 47. So I'm a bit slow, and I left school a little bit earlier than most people. And I stayed in the mindset that what I had learned at school was going to be enough to get me through. I was very, very wrong. So I did some research, and I came across a company called the Six Figure Mentors. And I was introduced to the Six Figure Mentors by a man called Stuart Ross, whom I came across on the internet when I was searching for something else. And I thought, well, he sounds like he has a lot to offer. And so I listened to his story about how he had built an education platform called the Six Figure Mentors. And I thought, well, this is perfect. I've just started my business diploma at a college called Careers Australia. And unfortunately, in that business diploma, they don't cover things like the internet and advertising on the internet, marketing yourself on the internet. They're pretty much stuck in the stagnant, offline, traditional way about doing business. And I knew, well, that's not working for a lot of people either because they're going out of business. So I joined the educational platform with the Six Figure Mentors, and I've been very, very satisfied with everything I've learned, and I'm still learning. It really has been a fantastic journey. During my training with the Six Figure Mentors back in November, I was introduced to a couple of boys from a company called Satori Prime, Guy and Alan Ferdman. They are a great bunch of guys. They started doing our weekly webinars on marketing, and they are fantastic. They are so full of knowledge, and they are so willing to help. I have on several occasions sent emails to Guy and Alan and received very, very prompt replies with good advice to help me in my journey and my educational experience. And just recently, I took up the option with Satori Prime to do a workshop. So I paid for the workshop, and it was a very, very reasonable price. Actually, I couldn't believe the value I got at the minuscule little bit of money that I had to pay to do the training. And I mean, let's face it, I don't have $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 to go and enroll full-time in university. I don't even have the time to do that. My job won't allow me to do that. They're not going to pay me to go to uni and learn new things, and they just don't supply training in the job that I was in. So I have been doing the training online, which is great for me because I can come home, put my feet up, and I can log into my email, and I can log into my back office with either the Six Figure Mentors or Satori Prime, and I can do my training online in the comfort of my own home. I can take notes. I haven't got people yelling at me that I'm wasting their time. I'm costing them money. Hurry up, hurry up. And it has really been a fantastic experience. And Guy and Alan have really touched my heart. They are really, really great guys. I mean, they can teach you how to personally develop yourself. They don't put you down. They're always full of encouragement, and they invite you to join their community. And the community is full of so many lovely, lovely people. They're really, really wonderful people. And I didn't even know that many people that lovely existed. And everybody in the community is really inspiring and motivational, and they all have a story to tell. I mean, you know, let's face it, life can be pretty hard for a lot of us, especially in this day and age of really tough economic struggles. It's really hard for people, and to be struggling to pay bills and struggling to cope with money can just add to the pressures of general life. I mean, we all lose loved ones, and we all suffer tragedies of some kind, or know someone who has suffered tragedies of some kind. And it can be very, very hard to try and keep going to work and paying the bills and dealing with those tragedies and trying to better yourself. And that's really the journey I'm on. It's just a journey to better myself. And with a lot of training, I'm sure that I can really become the person that I imagined I would be when I was a kid. You know, when I was a kid, I had all of these fanciful ideas of who I was going to be, what I was going to be doing, and none of them involved marrying a prince and being a princess. I was a bit of a tomboy when I was a kid, so that just, you know, that wasn't the way I wanted to go. I just wanted to be a successful person. I wanted to be a successful person within myself. And a lot of the times I can be all over the place and people find it hard to keep up with me. And I find it hard to get things organised in my own head as well. So it's really, really hard. But I do love to learn. And I mean, let's face it, I'm not going to go into an operating theatre and try and operate on somebody because I've never been trained. I'm not going to go to a mining company and go, hey, dude, you know, give me your box of dynamite. I'll go into the mine and start doing the explosions for you. I'm not an explosion expert. I don't even have a license to drive a big truck, so I'm not going to jump in a semi-trailer and load it up with goods and just ship them off to the store or off to the market, am I? So I sort of figured training is the way to go. And a lot of the young people are availed to training through university. Whereas I thought I didn't have that option because I was 47 and I didn't finish school, you know, and go to university. I left school in year 10 when I was 16. I went straight from school out into the workforce and I got a job. And I've done all sorts of things, from selling vacuum cleaners door to door. Boy, was that hard. Barter card. And right through to working in hospitality. Hospitality kept me going for quite some years, but unfortunately with hospitality, as you get older, as you get married and you have kids, and you sort of get a little bit rounder in certain areas, and you don't have the wrinkle-free face, you're not pretty like the young ones, you don't attract the guys into the bar. So you lose your option there. So, you know, I'm a taxi driver, but I don't want to be a taxi driver for the rest of my life. I can't envision seeing myself 70 years old with a walking stick, hobbling out to my taxi and hopping in and picking people up and taking them from A to B. That just does not seem practical to me. So I need to reinvent myself and I need to catch up with the times. I need to learn what is going on. And that is where Satori Prime have come in. And they have taught me so much. I wouldn't be doing this video today if it wasn't for Guy and Alan at Satori Prime and the community members. Their advice, which is free, their encouragement, which is wonderful. And I'm doing this on an iPad, of all things. You know, so without the help of the community, some really great people in the community at Satori Prime and Guy and Alan, I wouldn't have even known how to turn this iPad on to be able to do this video. So that's all I wanted to say today, really. I just wanted to say that at a time in my life when I thought I was destined to do nothing else except just stay where I was, just really not go any further, I've realised that I don't have to do that, and it is only thanks to people like Guy and Alan Ferdman and Stuart Ross at the Six Figure Mentors and the Six Figure Mentors community, because both of them work together. The Six Figure Mentors is complemented by Satori Prime, Guy and Alan, because they do our weekly webinars, and I never miss one. It's 8 p.m. their time when they do them in the UK. I live in Australia, so I set my alarm for 5:30 in the morning every Thursday. Whether I go to bed at 2 o'clock or I go to bed at 12 o'clock, my alarm is set for 5:30, and I guarantee you I am up and I am out of bed and I have got a cup of coffee and a pen and paper ready. And I really, really look forward to those weekly webinars. They are fantastic. But anyway, I will stop rambling because my daughter tells me I have a bad habit of rambling. It just seems that when I start talking, I want to tell people everything, probably too much information. But really, all I wanted to do was to say thank you, Satori Prime, and thank you, Guy and Alan, and especially a real special thank you to Guy, because he has been so patient, so tolerant, and I would never ever have gotten this far without you being able to decipher my novel length emails and figure out exactly what it was that I was trying to ask you. So thank you, Guy. I really appreciate your help. It has been wonderful, and I look forward to a lot more education with you guys. Have a great day, everybody, and my name is Sandra Amy Lemming. I live in Queensland, Australia. I'm 47 years old. I am a grandmother, I am a mother, and I am proud to be on a new educational learning journey. Well, that's it from me. Bye.